Kelly, are you a big WAD guy?
.wad Doom extension? Yes, I am, Mike. Yes, I am.
Well, it's either that or going to be the fine Johnny Wad films, which had starred adult film star John Holmes.
I'm more familiar with the .wad Doom files.
Sure you
Sure,
are.
yeah. Gerald Webb, although I think he co-starred in some of those. We'll have to go back and see. Check his IMDb.
Things are heating up.
A little bit.
So, I mean, we're here to talk about the Cacowards, which honor some of the best received WADs in the gigantic community that is Doom and the Doom level makers. Now, I've never made a level for Doom, but Kelly, I know that you're an expert on this.
Expert's a little generous, but I do have experience. So I've done a few and am busily working away to have a special treat for the Panda Army as far as Doom levels go.
Yeah, I personally am really looking forward to that. But tonight we're taking a look at some of the ones that are already out there. There's this great compilation video where they showed little clips of each of the ones that won awards for this year. What are some of the ones that stood out to you, sir?
So, first one I'd like to call out is Pirate Doom. I think of all of the ones that they showed, they had in there, and we in the show notes we'll have a link to the full video. You can check it out. But I liked Pirate Doom a lot. The theming was strong throughout the weapon switch over. You've got Caco demons and pirate bandanas, which is super awesome. Uh, it was just really well played, and the levels looked really cool. So that was probably my favorite out of all of them. Um, Another one that I'd kind of call out was Squelch of Vex Sausage, something along those lines. So, it's French, I think, toward the end. But one of the things that was really cool about that level is it had a train that you eventually boarding, and I just pretty amazing mapping to pull that off as well. So those are a couple that jumped out at me. Got maybe one or two other comments, but what about you?
So I'm right there with you on Pirate Doom. That was the one when you had initially sent me this video. Just even in the little clips in the beginning, immediately jumped out as this is something that I need to play right away. I need to be, balls deep in Pirate Doom as quickly as possible. That
Cannonballs
thing
deep.
looks amazing. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Said cannonballs deep.
Cannonballs deep, Pirate Doom, and that's what I said. Yeah. And so the other one that really jumped out, I mean, they all look cool. So that's I mean, I look forward to playing any of these. But the other one that really jumped out at me was the Neo Retro Doom, the nostalgic entropy
Yep, I had that
one.
one
So
down.
I'm a really big fan of like synthwave and vaporwave stuff and that entire aesthetic. So that just really appealed to me and things that I'm into. So those are probably the first two that I'm going to check out personally. Now, have you already played any of these?
I have not. So I went through there. Towards the end, they give some additional awards for special features and that kind of stuff. And so the Rust, um, doing I'm a
Legacy of Rust.
Legacy of Rust. I want to say Legends of Rust. I go, hey, no, that's not right. Legacy of Rust got to mention there. So I've had some familiarity with that, although obviously I can't recall the name extemporaneously, but that one was mentioned. But I have not. However, I think Pirate Doom, and I also agree, kind of the retro Doom shopping or mall kind of thing looks super cool. Especially the arcade looked outstanding.
Yeah.
And so definitely need to kind of check that out. But they all are great. If you haven't checked the awards out, you really should, folks. You can see some good ones, and if you've had experience playing any of them, if you have recommendations, I'm sure Mike and I would like to hear those.
Now, Kelly, one thing I would throw out there. So you're much more of an expert on this than I am. I played plenty of Doom mods at friends' houses and things like that, but I'm just not. embedded in the community the way that you are with this, would you consider Legacy of Rust something that would be included for this? Because that's an official Doom mission.
Yeah, unless it was one of those ones that got like promoted to like we saw Atari doing, where it was homebrew, somebody put something together and tries to say, "Yeah, you're licensed now," and you go in. But actually, Legacy of Rust was id developed, wasn't it?
Yeah, they in fact some of the original level mappers worked on Legacy Rust. So that's all official from id.
Yeah, so I guess this is rather than have the Olympics for non-professional athletes and professional leagues, I guess in Doom there's only one league, and whether you're it or a map maker, I guess the Cacowards are doled out across that entire space. But yeah, I was actually a little surprised to see Legacy of Doom mentioned towards the end, given kind of the lineage of everything we saw up until then, but still pretty cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. It's definitely something. I mean, not that my fandom of Doom has never really waned, but I kind of, not that I fall out of it, but like I'll get hooked on a particular version of Doom for a while, then put it down for a little bit, then, pick up PlayStation Doom or Jaguar Doom or something a few months later. So I mean, I kind of go in cycles with it, but with the remaster and Legacy Rust and everything that's out, I've been playing Doom a lot more. And
Yeah.
even going back and playing the console versions just makes me want to come back and play the remaster again. So I really want to start delving more into these fan made projects.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun to do. And now that we've kind of cut our teeth a little bit on some co-op play through Steam, play around a little bit more, see what we can do to kind of line up some custom maps and do some of that, and maybe check a couple of these out together would be pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we should let people know too that this year officially we're gonna be having a little competition or award of our own. This year is going to have to be the year, the first annual beat off.
Um, so all planning for that. Again, I always have to clarify. Mike just seems to stop short as he's wont to do. But in this case, there's an Atari 2600 game that one member of this podcast, Videocast, is a big fan of, and that would be Mike, called Beat 'em and Eat 'em. And he believes there needs to be a tournament and a trophy and all those things. And I'm just going to continue to rely on the fact that uh, your planning skills are weak. And so you do it, figure it out, let me know once you got everything set up. We'll talk. So, I'm kind of counting.
Kelly says this, but Kelly forgets that there's a hot sauce brand with his face on it.
Well, you did that. Yeah. So there's some evidence. I'm still pretty confident. Still pretty confident that um, uh, I can rely on you're easily distracted. So, because there'll be like some other hot sauce related thing that'll come up and you'll be off and doing that. And I'll be,
Kelly, I am ready to beat off.
thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bog Panda.